All right, it's 8 p.m. by my time. It's good to be live tonight. So, who is joining us? Who is joining us on this edition? I wanted to say meet and greet. Who is with us here? Please tell me where you're viewing from and also drop your favorite emoji. And if you want your name to show in the comment section, please allow StreamYard to access your profile. There is nothing wrong with it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's just Facebook way of trying to program things. Okay, so if you want your name to show instead of seeing Facebook user in the comment section, kindly allow StreamYard to access your profile. Then those watching from YouTube, you don't have a problem. So who's joining us? Please tell us where you're viewing from and drop your favorite emoji. It's going to be a wonderful time tonight. It's going to be a great time to share, to learn. You know, we live in a time of life where we need to constantly learn, constantly update ourselves in order to keep abreast of the facts, in order to achieve what you want. You need to keep learning. How do you learn? You learn from other people's stories, you learn from events, you learn from circumstances, you learn from situations, and all that. We just keep learning. Life is all about learning. So it's good to have you here tonight. I appreciate everyone that is coming, that is joining us. Tonight, we'll be talking about something spectacular. I said I was going to share my story, how I was able to get out of financial lockdown, how I was able to break break my palliatives. I was able to I was able to break the pipeline. You know, it's amazing how we go through life and don't learn from situations, don't learn from circumstances. It's amazing. You know, but I'm certain that after tonight's presentation, someone's life will take a U-turn. There are certain mistakes a whole lot of us made that you don't have to make that mistake. You don't have to make that mistake. All right. So it's good to have you here. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let me welcome a few persons. I'm seeing their details here. You're welcome, Kalista. You're welcome, Chi Girl. You're welcome, Patience. You're welcome, no name. You're welcome, Eukaria, Cynthia, Amara. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone that I have seen the names. You're welcome, Tonia. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome. Everyone joining us. You're welcome, Dominic. You're welcome, Toby. Who else is joining us? Tonight, we want to share something that will help us move forward. You're welcome. Good to have you here. It's going to be an amazing night. You're welcome, Eddie Gold. You're welcome, Dennis. Who else is joining us? Please tell us where you're viewing from and your name, possibly. You're welcome, Ruth. And tell us where you're viewing from and your name, so I can just use these few minutes, this first 5 minutes to welcome you. Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us. Who else is joining? So we can hit the road. my story is going to be in batches. It's going to be in batches, but I promise that what I'm going to share tonight will help you move forward. You're welcome, Sheyi. It will help you move forward. It will help you move to the next level. Okay, I also listened to someone's story sometime, and that story transformed everything I know about money. I read something today about a guy who lives on 10% of his income. He lives on 10% of his income. I was shocked. I had to go and read that story. But when I read through the story, I discovered that 10% of his income is some people's annual salary. His monthly salary is 4 million naira. So he's living on 10%, which is 400,000 naira. I beg. And he's a single guy. And I asked myself, waiting I dey spend that I will finish 400K every month. Waiting I dey spend. So it's good to know the story behind the glory. Any man who cannot tell you the story behind his glory is not worth having that glory. It's a fake glory. I make bold to say that. You're welcome, Victor. You're welcome, Wachuku. You're welcome, Sunday. You're welcome, Daniel. You're welcome. You're welcome. So let's hit the road because time isn't our friend tonight. My story starts from our school system. The Nigerian school system, our school system trained us to go to school, have good grades, come out of school with a good result, so you can get a good job that has security. Now, I've said this before, that when I was in school, I was shooting for CMS. That's what I was shooting for. I'll put it in the comment section, CMS. CMS was an acronym which stands for Shell, which stands for Chevron, Mobil, Shell. That was my target when I was leaving school, that I'll either work in Chevron, Mobil, or Shell. But I did not see C. I did not see the brake light of M. Neither did I sight S. I didn't see this. I got out of school. I started looking for a job. Finally, I got a job. And I started working in Lagos. But before I got the job, I walked through the streets of Lagos, submitting CVs here and there. Eventually, one of my sisters helped me to get a job in the aviation sector. I was working as a computer operator. I worked there for some years. Then I changed the job. I got into an NGO. Now, while I was in that, with that aviation company, there is no need calling the name of the company. While I was with that company, I started testing the waters. I started testing my wits. What can I do? This was far back as 2001, 2002, 2003. I was paid 2,000 naira every week. Every Saturday, we'll go and sign 2,000 naira. At the end of the month, it amounts to 8,000 naira. Meanwhile, that 8,000 naira wasn't coming in bulk. I'm talking as a graduate. Some of my friends were favored. They got jobs in good companies. I was paid 2,000 naira every week. I earned that 2,000 naira every week for close to 2 years. But within that 2 years, I woke up one day, I said to myself, as an undergraduate, I was making more money. Because while I was in school, I would do good night Enugu, good morning Lagos. I would go to Yaba, buy Bend Down Select, buy clean chinos, trousers, shirts. I buy them and I make them up, package them, take it to laundry who washes and package them properly. I buy this stuff to package shirts that will make it look like the package shirts. I got back to Enugu. I sold to banks, sold to my colleagues. I was making more money. But here I was, as a graduate, I was earning only 2,000 naira every week. I said to myself, that's an error. I can't build a future like that. And that made me to think. I refused to remain within my comfort zone. I studied engineering. And in my second degree, I studied computer engineering. I studied electrical electronics engineering, my first degree. My second degree, I studied computer engineering. But when I left school, I had I had an encounter with computer. I could not assemble a computer system. You know, then we buy the parts, we buy the motherboard, we buy the CD-ROM, the floppy disk, different parts, you buy the casing and assemble it. I could not assemble that. I had to go to Computer Village to meet a brother. I paid the brother and he teach me computer engineering, how to change a whole lot of things. You know, how to work it out, how to build a computer. I'm still on the school system. Because the school system taught me that what I need is a job. It was a crime for me to get into business. So from there, I now moved started servicing. When I learned the practical aspect very well, I started servicing computers for some other airlines. And that's how I started making money. I was not jeopardizing my boss's time. I work from 8 a.m. to about 6 p.m. When I go home, I take the computers home. I spend all night working on the systems. I started doing this. But before I got into that, I had to I had to work on my looks. Of course, I already know where to buy the beautiful shirt, nice shirts and all that at a very cheap rate. At some point, I even had to go to Cotonou to buy some stuff. So I went to buy all these shirts. I dress corporate. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I wear shirt and tie. Different colors of shirts. How much did I buy those shirts? Maybe 500 naira, 1,000 naira and all that. Neatly ironed. So that brings me to the point of your packaging determines what you get. Now, I wear my tie, I go to these companies, and some of them say, we can't pay you. We don't deal with people who wear corporate. We need the jeans and the t-shirt. Guys, I told them, don't worry, I'll do your work nicely and all that. Before I started collecting money from them, I first of all did the free work. I did a free work. And they believed in me. Now, why did I do that? I wanted them to buy into me. I wanted them to trust me. I wanted them to believe that I can do this. And that's how I started getting openings. It got to a point that at the 2,000 naira we sign every week, I told the accountant of the company to keep the money. Keep the money. At the end of the month, I collect it in bulk. Then later they added 15,000 naira monthly salary, and the 2,000 they call it weekly allowance. But I lived. I wasn't living within my means. Rather, I was living above my means. That money was still not enough. Why? Because I didn't have financial discipline. The school system taught me that what I needed was to keep getting more jobs. So I left that job, I got another job, and my salary got to about 60,000 naira. I left that, I got another job where I was paid 190,000. Then later they increased it to 120,000. And the funniest part was that even with that 120,000 naira, I wasn't married then, I was still single. With that 120,000 naira, I was still taking IOU from the company. To the extent that the accountant of the company changed my name from Charles Easy to Charles IOU. Because I take IOU at the end of the month, they deduct the IOU and pay me balance. And the balance which they pay me was never enough. I was living on continuous expense column. Are you getting something tonight? I was living on expense column. So the school system made me to understand the only way I could get out of financial lockdown was to get a job. So I decided to break the rules. I decided to re-educate myself differently from what the school system taught me. What did I do? I went for a meeting, and in that meeting, the speaker spoke about money, why we need to get out of financial lockdown, why we need to get into financial freedom. At this point, I was married. That was early 2010 or thereabouts. So I came back, I sat down with my wife, we discussed, and we started planning our future. The first thing I did was to learn how money works. I enrolled into this person's trainings. What's his name again? Robert Kiyosaki. Then they used to send their newsletters every now and then. They send newsletters every week. I make sure every time the newsletter comes, I digest it. I subscribe to Have Eggers trainings. I subscribe to quite a lot of them. Tony Robbins. I subscribe to Jim Rohn. I created folders for them on my Gmail. So whenever the mail comes, I push it into that folder that I can access it. I started learning how money works. What's the language of money? How the rich think about money. I started learning all these things. And I realized that those who spend more money are the poor people. The rich doesn't spend money. The rich invests money. That's how the rich thinks. The rich, they understand the difference between expense and income and assets. They know they understand their cash flow quadrant very well. They know that for them to get out of lockdown, they need to pay the price now so they can start playing tomorrow. See, you are either paying the price today to play tomorrow, or you are playing today to pay the price tomorrow. Whichever way, you must pay the price. At one point in your life or the other, you must pay the price. So I told myself I was going to get out of that. I was still on my job and I was still collecting the IOUs. And whenever the accountant calls me, he called Charles IOU. We laugh over it. You know, but until I left that company, it was when I realized, oh, really? I was actually, I was on serious decline. You know, so I started learning how money works. I started learning the difference between being wealthy and being rich. Wealth starts from your mind. Wealth starts from your mind. How do you educate your mind? What do you know about network marketing industry? How many books have you read about network marketing industry? How many journals have you subscribed to? You receive their mails, you read it, you read their newsletters, you read their the information they send out. What do you know? What do you know? You need to build this mind. You need to invest in this mind. I started studying, and I realized that before you can become rich, you need to be wealthy. Wealth is a thing of the mind. If you are wealthy in your mind and you start applying the financial principles, you become rich. And what is the financial principle? Always ensure that your income is more than your expense. Are you aware that once your money increases, your income as well increases? Sorry, I meant, are you aware that when your income increases, your expense increases? Even the Bible says it in Ecclesiastes 5:11, that when your income increases, the mouth that will eat it will also increase. But a wise man chooses to be prudent. A wise man decides to manage his money. All this, I'm telling you, this journey, I started it when I got married. I told myself I'm going to be financially free within a record time. So, as I'm learning, as I'm studying, my wife was also studying. We read and practicalized. See, an empty bag cannot stand upright. For an empty bag to stand, you need to stuff it with something. And I tell people that one of the dangers of ignorance is a door that is meant to pull. For it to open, you are pushing the door. That's the worst ignorance. A door that is meant to be opened, you are pushing it. Of course, the person will remain imprisoned. That's why speed without direction is useless. It doesn't make sense you are on a top speed, yet you don't have a direction. Once the direction is known, the target is easy. Once the target is known, the direction will be easy. If you know your target, if you know your destination, you will know how to go about it. So I started learning. I started increasing my learning capability. Then I started side hustle. What was the side hustle I started? I delved into network marketing. Network marketing has availed me the opportunity to meet with people I once imagined. Network marketing has availed me of the opportunity to go to places I once imagined. Network marketing has availed me the opportunity to sit with people I once imagined. Via network marketing, I started developing my internal muscles. The training, what you learn from network marketing is so enormous. Now, you're watching this, you are not yet on board, recharge and get paid. You need to get on board. Get in touch with the person who added you to this group and get registered. There's so many excuse me. There's so many things to learn. The first thing I learned from network marketing is the act of selling and the act of marketing. I had to learn the difference between marketing and selling. Marketing is the act of telling people about your business, what you do, how they can benefit from it. While selling is closing the deal. I dropped a video some days back on how to close deals. And I said that one of the reasons why people don't close deals is because they don't know how to tell their story. Now, this story I'm sharing for this 1 hour, you can as well share it in 10 minutes. Just pick up a few points. But I want it to be more elaborate so it can help you build and develop your own story. So you notice my story started from where I was before I joined network marketing. Now I'm moving into where I am as I joined, what I became as I joined network marketing. I started learning how to talk to people. I learned negotiation skills. I learned people management skills. I learned leadership skills. I learned money management skills. I learned stage management skills. I remember the first training I organized. Nobody attended. Nobody, not even one person. Now, people fail not because not because of the event, but because of fear. A lot more people fail for the lack of, because they have the fear of failure. Some people fail because they have the fear of success. Some people fail because they have this fear of being rejected. I had to learn rejection. I had to learn how to deal with rejection. And number one person that taught me how to deal with rejection was Les Brown. I went on YouTube. I downloaded so many of Les Brown videos. I got them into my mobile device. And I will get my earpiece. I shut my ear. I'm listening to Les Brown videos. I'm listening to Les Brown audios. He kept talking to me. He kept speaking to me. He kept speaking into my mind. Then that was when I subscribed to Eric Warren's trainings. I started receiving his journals. Then I got his book, the 7 GoPro, the 7 keys to being a successful network marketer. I don't know how many of you have read that book, GoPro. If you haven't read that book, you need to go and read it. You want to be on top. You want to succeed in this industry, but you are not developing your mind. Sorry, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I delved into network marketing because I found out that what I was looking for was not found in the job which I had, because I was not paid, let me use the word, Amroba salary. I was not paid fat salary. So the little I was paid was not enough to take care of my living expense. So I started pushing my side hustle very, very well. See, what is holding you back is not failure, but fear of failing. Fear of failing, that's what is holding a lot of people back. You're not succeeding in your recharge and get paid. It's not because the system is not well laid out, but because you still have some level of fear in you. You should rather see setbacks as, don't see setbacks as failure. No, don't see setback as failure. When you see setback as failure, it shuts your mindset. Don't see it as, just when you have setbacks, see it as an event, because it gives your mind, it tells your mind there is a room for comeback. For every setback, there's always a comeback. I had setbacks. In the first company I enrolled as a network marketer, I didn't understand anything. I left the company, I moved to another one. I thought that would have been the game changer. Funny enough, I didn't make money. Oh, this compensation plan is not good. I found something I felt was better. I moved to that one. I blamed my upline. I blamed the reward system. I blamed their products. Then, 2011, I got into another one. When I got into that one, I started learning the principles of network marketing. That for me to succeed in network marketing, it is not about the company, it's about me. It's not about the compensation plan, it's about me. It's not about the reward system, it's about me. So when I realized that I am totally responsible for my success in network marketing, I started developing myself. So that's where I started subscribing to Eric Warren's trainings, the GoPro Mastery, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, and all that. I started subscribing to their trainings, to their journals. So what happened next? It was time to take a decision. And what was that decision? The first decision was that I needed to do what? I needed to get a mentor. I got a mentor. I got a mentor, someone that, see, some people say, oh, please mentor me, but they are not willing to pay the price. I paid the price. I burnt the candle. My mentor will give me a book and tell me, Charles, review this book and get back to me in 48 hours. I will abandon everything I'm doing. I'll review that book. Charles, watch this video, watch that video, develop a slide, template, PowerPoint presentation, very short PowerPoint presentation from it. That's how I learned how to develop fantastic slides. Someone said, and I've actually made a lot of money from it, training companies on how to develop their presentation slides. If you notice, my presentation slides has more of images than words, because the things you see as an image, you tend to retain them more than the letters. I got this from the place of mentorship. I pay the price. So many people want to be mentored, but they don't want to pay the price. You don't go to your mentor with terms and conditions. You don't go to your mentor only when it's convenient for you. You must inconvenience yourself. I'll say that again. You must inconvenience yourself. If you really want to grow, if you really want to get out of financial lockdown, you must get out of your comfort zone. Then I started studying successful people in network marketing, and I did what they do. When you do what other people did, you will get the same result which those successful people got. That was how I started doing it. And guess what? When I followed my mentor, I did everything my mentor told me to do. Within 4 months, I qualified for an all-expense paid trip in that company. And the all-expense paid trip was paid in dollars. It was sweet. That was when I knew I have started network marketing business. Because for me to have qualified for the all-expense paid trip, I have built a team. There were so many things I learned. How to manage team members, how to wake up sleeping partners, those who are not working. We are coming up with a mentorship training in this group. We're coming up with a mentorship training, and you get to learn more. So you must get study successful people and do what they do. What are these people doing? How are they succeeding? Study them. Study their lifestyle. Study what they do on social media. Study what they do offline. Don't say, hey, please, can you... I have a lot of people who come to me and say to me, please, can you add me to my WhatsApp group? My WhatsApp groups are filled up. It's not about getting into the person's WhatsApp group, because sometimes things might not be happening in the WhatsApp group, but happening outside the WhatsApp group. It's not about being in the WhatsApp group. It's about connecting. Mentorship is all about relationship building. I'll say that again. Mentorship is all about relationship building. My mentor was he's very wealthy. Very wealthy. He doesn't need any money from me. But I still take out of my money. I buy things for him. See, any anointing you don't respect, you cannot tap from. I learned that principle longest time. Any anointing you don't respect, you cannot attract it. One of the ways you must respect that anointing is for something to get out of you. I see a lot of people who want to succeed, but they don't want to pay the price. You must pay the price with your time. You must pay the price with your money. You must pay the price in going extra mile. Sometimes I call my mentor up. What would you want me to do? What programs do you have? And so that I was practically an errand boy to him. I was learning his presentation style, his presentation skills. Sometimes I fly. See, mentorship will save you the errors of 20 years. Mentorship will bring it closer to 2 years. Don't joke with mentorship. It's very, very, very important. All right? Then one of the things my mentor taught me was to save. I started saving 20% of my income. When money comes into our hands, we take 20% of it, we put it in an account where we don't access. We opened an account, no SMS alert, no ATM card. The only thing we had was email alert. But before then, before we opened this account, we had envelopes. I still have those envelopes in my house. I still have them. We brought envelopes. Let me see. I don't have any envelope here, but like envelope like this, we labeled it. Fuel money, house upkeep, miscellaneous, security, transport. Different. When we draw up our budget, as we are bringing out the money, we put it inside these envelopes. Then from there, we now move to opening the bank account. Okay, we saved 20% of our income. Then I fired my boss. When I started making much more than my salary, I fired my boss. As a matter of fact, I fired my boss before I qualified for the all expense paid trip. I told them I was done with their job. Then I started developing myself. I started undergoing serious trainings. I pay for network marketing trainings, seminars, events. I avoided free stuff. Coming to you to tell you, oh, please, can you give me this thing for free? I don't do it. I pay the price. I pay the price. Most of you don't want to pay the price. You don't want to sacrifice. You want everything to come to you like a bag of sherry on the platter of gold. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I paid the price. Sometimes I had to sacrifice buying clothes to buying books, paying for trainings. The first Eric Warren training I paid for was $97. I couldn't pay it with my account. I had to I had to go to the bank, go to Aboki guys, changed $100, go to the bank, paid it into my domiciliary account. And I wanted to make the payment. It didn't go because I needed to add the charges. The charges was close to $10 or $15. I had to go back to Aboki again, change another dollar. It wasn't easy, but I paid the price. Seminars going on in Nigeria, I pay for it. Mafia Shimolowo is coming into Nigeria, either Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, organizing a paid training. I pay for it. Samademi is organizing his own training. I pay for it. There was a training he organized, CEO trainings, which was about 30 something thousand naira. Then 30 something thousand naira was like 1 million to me. But I stretched myself. I pay for it. Why? My mentor told me, never you go for free stuff. When someone is giving you free stuff, if no matter how juicy that free stuff is, there's a better, and he's keeping the better and giving you the free one. I paid for it. There was an advert I put up here on this page concerning the Eric Worre training coming up, and I decided to subsidize it to about 10,000 naira to give a whole lot of people opportunity to pay. Do you know that some people are coming to my inbox to tell me they want it for free? Meanwhile, someone is paying close to $1,000 to get this ticket. And you have not even considered what you stand to gain, the files which you stand to gain. Do you know, in my library, let me show you, because I'm in my study. This is an external hard drive. This is 2 terabytes. 2 terabytes external hard drive. Do you know what I have here? What I have here is loaded with books, videos, training materials in this place. The money I paid first, I had to buy this 2 terabytes at 35,000 naira. Then every material I pay for, once they send it to my mail or whatever, I have to download it and lock it here because I don't want stories that touch. And you're not willing to pay the price. Avoid free stuff. It's very, very important. Avoid free stuff. Pay the price. Pay for trainings. When a training is coming up, pay for it. Even if you think you don't need it now, pay for it. You will need it tomorrow. I added more side hustles. What was the side hustle I added? Now, based on the trainings which I have gotten from network marketing companies, from this network marketing industry, I started running training for companies. I have done training for Lagos State government. I have done training for Delta State government. I have done training for River State government. I have done training for Brace Commission. I have done training for lots and lots of multinational companies, oil servicing companies. And I have done trainings for small business enterprises. And I got paid for it. I remember a particular training I did for one of the government parastatals. I spoke for like 3 hours and I was paid 650,000 naira. That was my first breakthrough. That's the first time I was earning over 500,000 speaking just for 3 hours. When that money hit my account, I now saw what the likes of Feladro Toye is earning. When someone speaks for 1 hour and he's paid 4 million naira, I had to subscribe to his mentorship trainings. So I started more side hustles. I started more businesses because I was making more money. How did I get to this place? Because I took my network marketing business seriously. Now, guess what? Most of my friends who got good jobs back then, most of them don't see my back today. Because number one, I have learned financial discipline. Number two, I have learned what it means to be wealthy. Number three, I have learned how to become rich. So I started investing rightly. I started using my money rightly. So my wife became my financial accountant. I call her my financial advisor. Wealth creation is 80% mindset and 20% habits. I'll say that again. Wealth creation is 80% mindset and 20% habit. Before you started exhibiting that habit, it starts from your mind. Do you know why you are not getting, your prospects are not saying yes to you? It's because you have not developed your mindset with the right information. Do you know why you have not been able to, you have not learned how to close deals? because you have not developed your mindset. Some of you come to my inbox and ask me, how do I close deals? How do I do it? How do I talk to prospects? And I give you a few tips and all that. It doesn't end there, my dear. Anything that will add to your future, please borrow and invest in it. Anything that has to do with your developing your mindset. I'm not talking about borrowing money to pay school fees, because all the things they taught me in school, I'm not even using them at all. I remember one time they failed me because I could not label the parts of cockroach. And even up to today, I don't know how to label. I don't know how to label cockroach. I was failed in school, but I'm not a failure today. They taught me calculus. They taught me Fortran 77. Fortran 77 is a programming language that was developed in 1977. I beg. How does Fortran 77 help us in? I'm talking about when I was studying my second degree. This was as oh Jesus. We need the education, but while going through the education, develop skills. That was one thing I did not learn when I was in the university. I was doing business, making money, but I was not developing skills. You know, what I was doing in school then was actually entrepreneurship, but I was doing it ignorantly. I was doing it just because I needed money to sustain myself while in school. But if I had consciously developed my mind, I would have gone further than where I am today. But I still thank God. I still thank God where I am, you know, because it has been the grace of God. You know, so wealth creation is 80% mindset and 20% habits. Your habits are the actions which you take for you to create wealth. You know, wealth creation actually works on Pareto's principle, the 80-20 rule. If you haven't read that book, go and find it and read the 80-20 rule. What is it called? 80% of the success you get starts from 20% of the things you do. And what are these things? Planning, taking actions, failing forward. Because when you take actions, you will fail. But when you fail, don't see it as a setback. See it as an event that will help you come back, launch back in a better way. Then I started planning for the future. I practiced delayed gratification. What is delayed gratification? Delayed gratification means I want to go for this party. I need to buy new clothes. I need to buy new clothes because of this party. Then there is another opportunity to pay for a training that will help me make more money in the future. What do I need to do? I need to prioritize. I need to delay the desire of buying that new clothes and invest in my future. One of the men I follow is Tudor Bismarck. Tudor Bismarck is an amazing man. He's a preacher of the gospel. He's a wealth creator. Go and search for Tudor Bismarck's video on YouTube. Tudor Bismarck. Tudor Bismarck is spelled Tudor, that's Tudor Bismarck. He's from, Tudor Bismarck is from Zimbabwe, but he grew up in America. One of the things I learned from Tudor Bismarck, he said he had the opportunity, that's his name, Tudor Bismarck. Go and look for his videos on YouTube and watch. Some of you have shared his videos here and there. He said he had the opportunity, 1988, he had the opportunity to buy a brand new car or paying for a particular training. And he said when he went back to sleep, the Lord said to him, you buy this car, you feel good, people hail you, they praise you and all that. But guess what? In the next 10 years, you will trek without this car. But if you decide to delay gratification, don't buy this car right now, pay for this training. The things you will get from this training will give you what much more than what that car would have given to you. And he said he is who he is today because he decided to take that, I think $2,000 or thereabouts, to pay for that training. And look at where he is. He's a multi-millionaire. Where I am today was because I decided to sacrifice a few thousands here and there, training myself, paying for online training. Some I had to travel, pay for my flight ticket, accommodation, had to source for visa and all that, go for the training, sit in the room. There was a particular training we had to sit. The exam was for 13 hours. And oh, Jesus. See, it's good to develop yourself. The exam is an open exam. You have your book with you, but you go find answer tire. 13 hours. 13 hours. We entered the hall around 8 o'clock. I left that hall 7 p.m. How many questions? 100 questions. You have your book with you. So you must delay gratification. Is very, very important. I need to run very fast now because of my time. Then I started investing in capital gains to build my financial base. What is capital gains? Capital gains means you buy something like land. After a period of time, it appreciates, you sell it off. You buy gold jewelries, you sell it off later. You can also buy dollars. Of course, this is not a good time to buy dollar because the price is scary. So we started investing in different capital gains. Do businesses that will give me short-term profits, though we had to take calculated risk in doing this. Then we now invested in cash flow for long-term and short-term. Cash flow means something that keeps putting money back into your pocket even when you are sleeping. That's passive income. And that's one of the things we enjoy in our recharge and get paid business. If you invest seriously in building your recharge and get paid, you'll be enjoying passive income. And as this money is coming, please don't be in a hurry to go and buy things to start showing off. No, I don't show off. I don't. People post pictures, let them see you have traveled to this country, you have traveled to that country, you have taken pictures you have seen the 8 wonders of the world. Who will help? Who will help? They will only like your photos, comment on your photos, but when the money starts dropping, consign them. Are you getting points? Are you getting value from what I'm sharing tonight? Are you getting value? So we started investing in cash flow. Cash flow, we started building things that will keep putting money back into our pockets, even if we decide not to raise our finger. Then we increased the money we pay ourselves, we increased it to 30%. You see, you can start small, but grow big. So my story is such that network marketing has done a whole lot for me. Why am I sharing this? I'm sharing this to encourage someone who just got on board network marketing and you feel you got on board recharge and get paid. And you feel, oh, no, recharge and get paid is not doing well. Let me move to that other company. When you move to that company, you will still move again. My sincere advice is stick here. Stay here and build yourself. I made mistakes because, number one, I didn't have a mentor that told me it's not about the company, it's about me. Not until my mistakes stopped when I got a mentor. I now said to me, Charles, the problem is not with this company XYZ. The problem is with you. You need to develop yourself. You need to learn how to market. You need to learn how to close deals. You need to learn how to prospect. You need to learn the difference between prospecting and showing the plan. In case you didn't watch the last meet and greet, please go to my YouTube. My YouTube channel is FBI Coach. FBI, it's one word. Go to my YouTube channel and watch what's it called? Those videos. That's my YouTube channel, FBI Coach. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, please, so you can get notifications. But go there, go and look for that video on the basic building blocks in MLM. Watch it. Watch it. It will help you a lot. Okay? So my story is such that I have been able to build myself from scratch to where I am today. And I'm still working on it. I'm still building myself. Every day I tell myself I have not arrived. The 7 days GoPro recruiting mastery, which Eric Warren did last week, 2 weeks back or so, 7 days. I never missed anyone, even one. I did not miss it. And I learned quite a lot. I learned so many things that has helped me in new ways to follow up with my prospect, in new ways to market my business. I have learned so many things. And I meet some people, they say what they want is just, they just want to make money. I hope this business works. See, no business has legs and hand to work. It is you who will make it work. I'll say that again. No business has legs and hand to start moving. You are the one that will make it happen. Every business relies on us. Every business rests on our shoulder to give us that money we want. The reason why more people are not making money is because they are always thinking how they can be working and someone will just dash them 30 million naira. That's what some people are looking for. I wish somebody can just give me 500,000 naira now. I wish somebody can just give me, stop wishing. Stop wishing and start acting. I believe you got value tonight. All right. So if you got value, please put it up in the comment section. Let me, then if you have a question, to ask, put it up in the comment section. Let's handle it. Let me quickly treat any question you have so we can wrap it up. All right. If you have any question, whatever you want me to clarify or lay more emphasis on, kindly put it in the comment section. Yeah, so business no get legs and hands. When I saw this image, I couldn't stop laughing. How to be working and someone will just dash me 30 million naira. Do you know what this means? This means that you want to fold your hands and expect everything to just work. Could they work? No business has legs and hands to move. Every business rests on our shoulder. But the beautiful part of network marketing is the fact that as the business is resting on your shoulder, after a period of time, you will now be the one resting on the shoulder of the business because it keeps rewarding you. System is an acronym which stands for save yourself, time, energy, and money. And that's what you get from network marketing. You save yourself time, energy, and money. All right. So if there is no question, I'll call it a day. So I encourage you. The GoPro Recruiting Mastery Challenge, the GoPro virtual event, is coming up starting on the 11th to 13th of December this month. The offer which I gave you closes on the 6th of this month, in 5 days' time. Whoever doesn't take advantage of it, please don't come to my inbox to ask me for, if you don't take advantage of it within this window period, just forget it, okay? Else, you can go to the Eric Warren's website and you pay for the training. The materials that is coming with it it's so much. It's not something to joke with. Please, coach, what of a person that does not have the money to pay for a particular training that could be of help to the person and he or she is really desire to do so? What can such do? You can borrow. I did that. There were times I needed to pay for some trainings that will help me in the future. I had to go and borrow. I borrowed from 4 friends. And at the end of the day, 3 said I shouldn't pay back. I paid back only 1 person. So if you cannot find 5 friends to borrow money from, you're not meant to have those friends. Your network determines how much you earn. So you can borrow, okay? You can borrow to pay for trainings that can add value to your future. And not just undergoing the training, but put it to work. It's very important. Put it to work. I'm looking out for another question. Thank you, sir. I really got value from this teaching. My question is that, what are the basic needs to grow in network marketing? The basic needs to grow in network marketing is, first of all, your mindset. Your mind. You must train your mind. You must train your mind to read books. If you cannot read books, you can listen to audiobooks. You can listen to audiobooks. Go on YouTube. Go on YouTube. See, most of the questions people ask, I don't ask. I just go on Google. They say Google is your friend. Google can tell you anything, but the only thing Google cannot tell me was what my wife fed me this morning before I left home. Google can tell me that. But whatever question you have, go on Google and ask it. You will get it. You see answers. You start reading. Subject yourself to training. Develop your spontaneity. You must learn to be spontaneous. When people ask you questions, how do you handle it? You must learn to develop those skills. These are the things we learn in network marketing. Because a prospect can just ask a question out of the blues you never imagined. You must learn to develop your spontaneity. And one of the ways to develop your spontaneity is to feed your mind. You see this mind? Feed this mind. Feed this brain. Feed this head. One rule I made was that I will never allow any 24 hours pass without learning something new. I will never allow it. I will never allow it. Do you know, when I joined Recharge and Get Paid, you know, when you qualify for your 2 million, that's 60,000 PV. The next is 3 million, which is 100,000 PV. There's a gap difference of 40,000 PV. Guess what? I qualified 2 million this month. The next month, I qualified for my 3 million. Can someone type in the comment section, speed? That was speed. I qualified 2 million this month. The next month, I qualified 3 million. And as I was qualifying for that 3 million, I was also getting another 500,000 naira from another account that qualified all expense paid trip, plus the leadership bonuses that came with it. You need, Les Brown says, you need to be hungry. I don't know how bad you want success. Me, I never start until I start any more than P Global, Reigns, Jonoti, passive income. I never start. I want to start any more than them. Do you know that someone in Recharge and Get Paid qualified for, not qualified, he earned leadership bonus on 9 accounts, some 7 accounts. and someone is telling me this business is not working. They never born that monkey with the banana. They never born them. So you must subject yourself to continuous learning. That is number one basic need. Develop your mind. As you are learning, you are training yourself. One beautiful thing with network marketing is that you learn on the job. Whatever you read, you practice it on the job. That's how beautiful it is. Any other question? Yes, if you need speed, you need to start paying the price today, my dear. I'm looking for another question. Any other question? All right, there's no other question. Thank you very much for keeping me company tonight. Is this a question? What will be my story since I have not attained any enviable success in network marketing? No. I don't want you to feel that way. No. Once you start feeling this way, then you are locking your mind to greater heights. What you should do is let my story challenge you. P Global is going to come to share her own story. Dr. Rains is going to share his story. Let all these stories challenge you. Let it propel you to move to another height. So don't start feeling bad, okay? When I joined network marketing, I was nothing, but I had to subject myself to learning, to constant learning. I had to start feeding my mind, all right? So don't feel bad. Don't feel discouraged, okay? Someone is asking, thank you for sharing this, sir. How can I get books written by Eric Warren? Also, Les Brown videos. The books are on Amazon. You can get it. You can pay for it on Amazon. You can pay for it. You can get Eric Warren's book from Amazon. Then Les Brown videos, you can find a lot of it on YouTube. Just type Les Brown on YouTube. You'll see so many. The only thing you need is your data and your ability to sit down and listen. Your data and your ability to sit down and listen. Okay, if not for time, I would have played one or two of his videos on which I have right here on my system. So many. And these videos, I can't send them on WhatsApp because some people have come to me, please send the video. The videos are large. The videos are large. I couldn't download on my phone. I had to download on my laptop. Okay. Then I store them on the CD, on flash drive, and I play it in my car. Okay. I had a question but lost it. Please crave your indulgence to ask whenever it comes back. Okay. How can I close deal in network marketing? I will not spend time on this. What I will advise you to do is I want you to do a research. Why I'm asking you to do a research is so that you can own the answer. I can give you answers here. There is no one way of closing deal in network marketing. But number one basic way of closing deal in network marketing is through story sharing. Tell your story. If you don't have your story, share your upline story. If your upline doesn't have a story, share your grand upline story. If your grand upline doesn't have a story, then you are in the wrong place. Share other people's story. But definitely, your upline must have a story. Your grand upline must have a story. Someone in that your WhatsApp group has a story. Ask, please, can someone share their story? Ask your upline, ask your sponsor, call your sponsor and ask the person. So first place is sharing the story. Now, let me tell you one of the ways to share the story is when the person tells you all the issues that happens with network marketing, how network marketing has made him poor, how network marketing has crumbled that person. Use the feel, felt, found feel, felt, found strategy. That's why you need to go and watch my last meet and greet where I talked about the basic building blocks in network marketing. Feel, tell the person, oh, I feel your pains. I feel your pains, okay? I understand how you feel about the whole thing. Felt, I felt the same way when I joined. When I started off, I felt the same way. Found, but this is what I found out. I discovered that it was actually not true, that the problem was me, not the company. I feel your pains. I felt the same way when I started, but this is what I found out. I feel your pains. So that's one of the ways to close deals. Now, when you talk to the person, you are sharing story. I have said often that every training opportunity you have, convert it to conversation. Conversation. Convert it to conversation. Just chat with the person, discuss with the person. All right. Thank you very much. I believe I have been able to answer this question. How do I make a horse drink? You want to make horse drink? Carry salt, put for him mouth, he go drink water. I'm not joking. They have often said when you take a horse to the stream, you can't force the horse to drink water. Now, old fable. Once you bring salt, put in the horse's mouth, that horse must drink water by force. So go and find the salt you will put in your prospect's mouth to make your prospect say yes. That's why I say you need to go and study. You need to go and learn. You need to go and learn. Find it. If you drop cubes of sugar now, and ants come to gather this sugar and they carry it, how can you collect this sugar from the ants without killing the ants? Is a strategy you need to go and learn. What does that mean? You need to go and learn marketing strategy. How do I collect a cup from the hand of a monkey without having to struggle with that monkey? It's all marketing strategies. So go and study the psychology of selling. Brian Tracy wrote a book on the psychology of selling. Go and read that book. Read it. You understand all these things I'm sharing with you. Okay? How to handle prospects that touch too much but listen less. No, you are the one talking too much, not the prospect. The prospect is actually meant to talk. Allow the person to talk. You drop one or two things, the person will start talking, you drop. You should not be the, don't try to please people. Don't try to convince. Just drop the points. So you should go and learn the act of listening. So it's not the prospect that is talking too much. You are the one talking too much. Okay? Thank you very much. And that's where I'm going to end it tonight. I believe you got value. We have exceeded our time. I need to go and take care of some things behind the camera. Have a wonderful night. Bye.